Be at 310 West 26th Street, Glen Haven, Florida.
Look at this.
And present with me
Somebody come and
is
look
an
at this.
individual involved in this incident. Sir, if you would go ahead and state your full name and spell it.
Fabian Gary, Senior, FABIONGARY.
And what is your date of birth?
1/16/76.
Your social security number?
267-851-1195.
Your address?
310 West 26th Street.
And your phone number?
850-691-5516.
Mr. Gary, like I said, I made contact with you in reference to the theft of a stolen concrete saw. In your own words, are you able to describe to me how you ended up obtaining that saw and who was all involved?
I obtained it by a guy named Billy Cox. I don't even know his real name, but Billy called.
Prior to this recorded statement, we had talked.
Yeah, he said Jeremiah or whatever. That's what y'all say his name. I don't even know him.
You also confirmed that his name was Jeremiah prior to this recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his name was Jeremiah or whatever. He called me and asked me if I want a chop saw. I told him yeah. And I met him over there at my sister's house. My mom's house, old house. And
that was on 13th Street?
Yeah, on 13th Street.
Okay.
And I got it from him. And
how much did you pay for it?
I gave him $200 for it.
Okay. And now, was this a chop saw or a concrete saw?
A concrete saw.
Okay. So you meet Mr. Williams at your sister's house on 13th Street. Does he say, did he come up with the amount, or did you say, I'll give you $200 for it? How did that work?
No, he said that.
He said, give me $200.
Yeah.
Here's a concrete saw.
Yeah.
Okay. So you purchased the concrete saw from Mr. Williams for $200.
Yeah.
And then after you purchased it, what happened?
After I purchased it, my cousin had I guess they go with Mr. Green.
Okay, you have a cousin that's currently in a relationship with Zachary Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
She let me know that his saw was missing or whatever. And when I seen him, I had asked him whether it his. And he just took a look at it and said, yeah, that's his. And I gave it back to him.
Okay. Initially, did you ask him to pay you $200 to reimburse you for the amount that you had paid Mr. Williams?
Yeah, I did. Initially, I did. But then I said, don't worry about it. I told him, don't worry about it. You can keep it.
Right. You just gave it back to him.
Just gave it back to him.
And Mr. Green currently is in possession of what you believe to be his concrete saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, like I told you, he not once he showed me any kind of evidence or to support that it was his or nothing. So I don't even know if it's his or not.
But you basically gave it back to him in good faith.
Yeah.
When you purchased it from Jeremiah Williams, did you know that it was stolen?
Nope.
Do you know Jeremiah Williams?
I know him in passing. I ain't never known him like that.
Maybe not as friends, but as acquaintances or...
Like as an acquaintance. I ain't talked to that man in over 12 years.
Prior to February?
Yeah.
You did state the other day that you knew Jeremiah Williams worked for Zachary Green prior to this incident. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
From one of my employees. Because one of my employees know him.
And you have your own concrete business, correct? And I'm not. Mr. Green has a concrete business as well, or contracting? He does contract work.
I don't know what he got going on, but I don't deal with him or associate with him in any kind of way. Only know him as in passing. I ain't never dealt with that man in no shape, form, or fashion. I only know him through my cousin.
Okay. Mr. Gary, is there anything else that you can think of that you'd like to add or take away from your statement that you might feel is important?
No, not really.
Do you remember about what day it was that you purchased the concrete saw from Jeremiah Williams?
No, I really don't. Cause when he hit me with that, I ain't respond. I mean, I ain't say nothing to him like for a couple of days, about 2-3 days after that.
Was it towards the end of February of 2020?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I remember, I forgot when my cousin had called me, but as soon as she told me that, when I seen him, I asked him, I said, man, you said, I asked him was he missing one, and he said, yeah. I was like, and I walked him over to the back of my truck, and I showed it to him. I was like, well, I just got this one, and he was like, he looked at it, he didn't even pick it up, look at no serial, no number, no nothing. He just off rip said it was his. He didn't pick it up and check it in no shape, form, or fashion. He just looked at it in the back of my truck, ain't touch it, no nothing, and said it was his. So I was like, all right. And then he had left, and then he came, because I was like, well, I gave the man $200 for it. Just give me my money back. And then he was like, all right. He left, and then when he came, he had called me the next day or whatever, and was like, he was headed to me. So I was like, well, and then I had him coming over there in Parker to one of my jobs, and then we was leaving. I told him to meet me at the store. He met me at the store, and he had got the saw. He was like, man, I ain't got the 200. I was like, all right, man, just don't take it. And he said he was supposed to get back with me or whatever. I was like, don't even worry about it. So, I mean, he got the saw, walked on off, put it in the truck, and took off. I ain't heard from him. I ain't seen him. He still ain't showed me no evidence that it was even his. I mean, for me to even, it's just, I just took his word that this is what it was, and I let him went home with it.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add to your statement, Mr. Geary?
That's it.
Mr. Geary, do you swear and affirm that the statement you just provided is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge, so help you God?
Yes.